You looking for a supervisor?
I am.
This gentleman is.
How are you?
How's it going, man? Can I have your name, please?
My name is Mike Walsland.
Hi.
This
So
is
I was
his,
just
yeah,
at the registry of motor vehicles. We were inside filming, and they didn't like that we were filming, so they called you guys. The security officer there called the supervisor, and then the supervisor let him know that we were doing is fine. At that point, you guys were already dispatched. So while we were waiting for you inside, the security guard, Roberto, comes up to me, and on film, he tells me he's gonna, if I film him without his consent, not only gonna knock the phone out of my hand, but he's gonna knock me out.
Okay.
So we get this on video, and the officer comes, we explain to him what's going on, and he tells us, oh, well, you know, just, there's nothing you can really do. If you want to go down to the court, you can fill out a complaint with them, but it was not an officer present. So I just showed you video. I mean, here's the thing. It's assault to me, and secondly, like carrying a firearm, that's your Second Amendment right. I can't be in fear just because you're carrying one, but the moment you threaten me with bodily harm, I've now, like, that's assault. And he didn't want to do anything about it. So I said, if you're not going to do anything about it, I'm just going to go place him under arrest. That's fine. I'm not scared of this guy. I'll disarm him. So I went back inside, and the officer followed me in, and then he tells this, instead of asking him any questions, not offering
my
to file
phone
a
number
report.
is, actually I gotta go charge my
Do you
phone,
wanna-
but it's
you wanna read this?
978
Yeah, I just don't want to give her a phone number. It's on pause.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
241.
Go ahead and go into the break room.
Excuse us.
Like, that's not an acceptable way to deal with things. He doesn't even want to do any investigation. So at this point, in front of the officer,
Yeah.
I place this guy.
I'm sorry, I lost you because she walked by. So you went into the break room, or he went into the break room?
No, so when we go inside, I said, all right, well, if this happened out of your
Okay.
present, and you won't take any incident report, and you won't use
Oh.
this video as any sort of
Okay.
proof, why don't we ask this guy? Because I'm sure he'll be happy to tell you that he threatened me, which he did. And at this point, now we have video confirmation showing that he threatened me. We have this guy confirming that he threatened me. And the officer's response is, just go in the break room, buddy. It's all right, just
Not
walk
to
away."
you,
No, to the guy that assaulted
Okay,
me.
yeah.
So at this point, since I see the officer's doing nothing, I read him as Miranda rights and I place him under citizen's arrest. At this
The
point,
officer or
no, I placed the security
the
guard,
Roberto?
the guy Roberto, the
Okay,
guy
yeah.
that threatened me, under citizen's arrest.
Yeah.
And at this point in time, this officer doesn't want to do anything. He's literally doing nothing. He's telling us that we're trying to bail
Can I
him.
see the video?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right on the street, this is the guy, and this is where it happens. Now, he said something off camera, so I had to ask him again what he said so I could get it. And he said, very good. You'll do what? If I record you, you'll not play shit out of my phone. Okay, so first of all, that's a threat. Here's the thing. How do I record around you, but first of all, not record you? So you... Yeah. So now we're going to call the police. Watch how this works. Go ahead. Because you know what, bro? So now I'm going to report a crime. And I'm recording it. So now we got a crime. This is beautiful. Officer, how are you? I need to report a crime. I do have it on film. Now for a threat. You threaten somebody like that, that becomes a felony. Yeah.
Okay, well, what I'm gonna tell you is you can take that down to the sales district court. You can file a complaint with them.
But I have a police officer here right now.
Okay, but him threatening to assault you, and not in my presence, isn't an arrestable crime.
Well, I'm going to show you video evidence. Then you can decide after your investigation, but you haven't conducted one yet.
Okay,
So I'll show you the video evidence, and then you can let me know where to do with it from there.
alright.
Okay? Perfect. So the video evidence. Not being disorderly,
Kind of
you're
just
not
so,
screaming things on video.
So from what I heard on the radio, real briefly, is that he was doing a report.
So here's the thing. After he refuses to do a report, he's not going to do anything with it,
Yeah.
I demand a supervisor. Okay? After I place this guy
Yeah.
under citizen's arrest. He gets into his cruiser, and then he gets on the phone with whoever the sergeant is. He's in the vehicle speaking out of our site. We're going to fill out a FOIA and get those phone calls. And then he gets out of the car and goes inside and then conducts a report. Because at this point, you'll see him in the video say, oh, I know who you are. I didn't recognize you. Because I'm not usually in front of the camera. I'm usually behind it. So then he realizes who I am. And then things start to change. He goes inside, he speaks to this guy, he gets his information, he comes back out, and then he notifies me that he is going to conduct her, that he is
Well,
going to...
we do reports on pretty much everything here, but I can tell you there will be a report done. Obviously, you can have access to it with Freedom of Information Act, and I'm sure you know how to file for that.
Absolutely.
The advice I can give you is maybe we can email that video to him so we can put it
That's fine.
So
So
we can do that.
my issue is if this guy, if I'm just saying that he said this and there's no sort of proof,
Yeah.
I understand. That's something I can pursue on my own, absence the assistance of law enforcement.
Yeah.
But I'm showing him a video. And then the guy admits in front of the police officer, yeah, I threatened to knock him out and knock his phone out.
Yeah.
Like, then now it's an officer presence. And his primary concern is to let him know to just go back in the break room and the officer will escort us out. So I placed him under citizen's arrest. So my first question is he been apprehended? Is he on the loose? Should I go look for him? What should I do?
So is Josh, right?
Yes.
So Josh, I'm not gonna get into like the legal ramification, I'm not gonna answer any legal questions regarding what's going on with the case. What I can tell you is that the officers get it documented. If you could forward him that email, that'd be
So
awesome.
do you think it's appropriate with the way he handled it?
I have to I have to talk to the officer, I can't just jump to conclusions. But this is what we can do from here. Why don't we email that to the officer? I'll make sure the
Well, I don't
report is
feel
done.
comfortable with him handling this, because what I'm here to do right now is get a complaint form on him.
Yeah, let me grab you one.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there.
After you email it to him, do you want to fill out like a statement form so you can write down what happened as well as the video?
Now, I'll swear under oath.
Oh, it's not under oath, it's just more of a statement just saying that
Okay.
what exactly happened and
Yeah.
your friend, what's his name? I wasn't there. Let me get you the information you need, okay?
So he's the public relations type of guy that'll come out to try and appease us.
Can I get the drawing?
I'm gonna ask that no one call the Danvers PD, so I'm not doxing them. When I ask no one to call, if hundreds of people do call, that's unfamiliar.
Complaint form? If you have any questions, I can help you fill it out.
What's that officer's name?
It's Officer Ryan Green. I can get you his
Ryan
ID,
Green.
ask for the ID number, I'll
Yeah.
get you that because I don't know off the top of my head.
Alright,
And then here's the civilian statement form.
okay,
If you need more paper for that, just let me know. Here's a pen.
Alright.
It's clean, so
thank you.
no germs or anything like that.
Appreciate it.
Yep. You want to have a seat there because he answers phone calls and stuff and it's personal information.
Dog.
I don't blame you.
Alright, this is the statement form of my interaction with both the suspect I was involved with and Officer Green.
You both go with Lieutenant Baldwin?
Those both go Lieutenant.
You all set?
I believe so. When can I come back to get the report information and to find out what's going on with that?
He's got to pay that and all.
Alright, so yeah, I'll speak to him before I leave that. Thank you.
Oh, that was just reading over. So what I did is I put his rank and ID number here for you, so you
Okay.
have that like I told you.
Thank you.
I signed here, I made a copy of everything for you so you have it as well.
Awesome.
So I have my name here, my great signature, that's my badge number, any questions. 311-2800. So what I do now is I take this complaint and forward it to Captain Lovell, okay, who's in charge of internal affairs. And then with this, what I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna give this to Officer Green. And on a sticky card right here, I have his email address.
Okay.
If you could email him the video,
Sure.
that would probably help with everything.
But my issue is, I don't want him handling the case. I don't want the officer I'm complaining about to be handling my case. I think that's definitely a conflict.
Well, so what happens, no matter what, is the initial officer that was there is gonna do a report. So just forward him the information, we can go from there. And once you get the report, if there's anything, issues with it, changes, or something that didn't happen that was there, then we can address that then. So like I said, I wanna give you this information,